What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your very first time joining me. My name is Jessica. I'm a Mother's makeup lover, of course. I am so excited for today's video. We're kind of getting like the Halloween vibes, and like I'm not mad at it. I'm just like super into like the fall and like the purples and like, you know, all the things. It's just the vibe right now for me. For today's video, as you can see by this title, we're gonna ignore the background noise. I got my hands on the Blend Bunny X Ellis Part 2 collection. So I actually did get both palettes, the all matte palette and the all shimmer palette, and so that is what I'm gonna be using today. These are the vibes. I am doing my eyes and my face in this video. It just kind of happened. There was no like I just went into this like completely like not knowing what I was gonna do, and here we are. These are the vibes. This is what happened, and I am so excited for this one. So yeah, we all know I love Blend Bunny, so there's no surprise there. If you're curious though about my thoughts on this particular palette and collection and collab, you're definitely gonna want to stay tuned until the very end of the video. I will also do an up close of my eyeshadow look for you guys. That way you can see the true beauty of the blend, and also so you can see an up close of the shimmers. I just want to eat them. Yeah, you're gonna want to stay tuned to the very end of the video. We'll do an up close of my makeup for you guys. But yeah, other than that, if you want to see the products that I used and the shades that I used to achieve this makeup look, you're definitely gonna want to keep on watching. I have two separate P. Louise base shades. I have two, which is like the original, which I feel like is really close to my skin tone. It's just a little bit more yellowy. And then I also have this one in 0.5, which is a lot brighter, which I think is gonna be perfect because I really want the tones to shine. So I'm gonna start with the darkest shade, Deception. The layout of this palette, it goes like swapped, so it goes from, I'm holding it upside down, show you guys the right way, but it goes from like dark light, so it's like up and down, which I think is fun. It's a little bit different, you know, they always switch up their layouts, always keep you guessing, and I dig that vibe. Shade Deception, I'm gonna take this on a Morphe brush, and I want to do kind of like a half cut crease in the front and then like a smoky wing in the back. I don't know why I stuttered over that. But I feel like I wanted to do a halo eye, but I've been doing a lot of halo eyes. Well, a lot of my ideas are like halo eyes. So I'm like, I need to do something different. Lay it down like that. And I'm going to take the next shade down, which is Conscious. I know English, okay? I can read. Okay, this is a Morphe M433 brush. Just fits so nice in this little crevice. I'm gonna blend this first shade out. I'm gonna take this same brush, but I'm just random. I want to take this shade right here. It's kind of just this like very light peachy shade, Singe. My daughter keeps trying to crawl under the bed, but like her head is big. She can't do that. Like, we can't do that. And also she ate one of my sponges. Not ate it, but like she like chewed it up. Girlfriend. This is like a very light shade. So I'm not gonna like, let me wipe my mirror off so I could really get in there. It's just gonna be like a little wash of color, but I think with the bright base underneath, you're really gonna see how like gorgeous these colors are together. I was thinking about just sticking to one row, but I was like, I have the whole palette, so I might as well skip around, right? If I wanted to keep it sectioned off, I would have just got the individuals. But that was not my journey. I'm gonna take just a little bit of the shade Reflect, which is like similar tone, but lighter. I'm gonna get a fluffy brush. My daughter caught a cold. My boys are in school and they always bring colds home. And so if you hear her sniffling, like stuffy, ooh, she does not like the Mocha sucker. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to take this Blend Bunny brush. It's just a little fluffy one. I think these do have names somewhere. Where are they? No? Maybe not. This Blend Bunny brush. I'm just going to kind of set, just go over the edges pretty much, yeah. Just running across by the brow bone and all that good stuff. I'm going to take shade Obsidian on this Blend Bunny B2 brush. And I'm just going to deepen this. I want to make sure that I'm blending it a little bit higher than like when I put my eye, because I'm going to cut the crease. So I want to be able to see it. What's wrong? I'm going to use this same little B2 brush and go into the first shade I used, shade Deception. Blend that black out. So I'm just going to keep going back and forth between all of those colors until I am happy with my blend. I'm just going to take some of my P. Louise Cut Carver, my Makeup Shack T37. I personally like to go for a more round shape with my cut crease, so I feel like this one's always just so perfect because it's just so nice and round. I could just kind of stamp it or drag it and it always gets me like the perfect cut. Going back in with my 0.5 P. Louise base, something like this. I'm gonna take the shade Reflect, which is the very light peachy tone right here by my finger. And I'm going to take this little Just a Beauty brush and I'm just going to set that base down. I am going to go in with shimmer. So I want to make sure that it's not going to crease. I'm going to put a little bit of tape. I just want a pretty, like, sexy wing. I was going to say sharp and sexy at the same time, and it just kind of... I'm going to take all the same shades that I used to blend on top and bottom, except I'm going to start with the black. Start with the black on the little Blend Bunny B2 brush. And do a little wing. But I'm not going to take the black all the way in. I'll probably stop like mid-eye. And then shade Deception on the same brush and go ahead and smoke the black out. And I've just been really loving the like triangle on my eye, because when I put my eye, it's nice and sharp. But you're going to want to kind of do this to best suit your eye shape. So however that may look, practice does make perfect. Now shade Conscious. And then I'm going to take the Morphe M433 with the shade Singe. I knew going into this I was going to pretty much cover my lid in shimmer, so that's why I'm kind of leaving a lot of space on my lid for the sparkle, for the razzle dazzle. Now this is the part I am so excited for. I am not the biggest fan of like an all shimmer palette, but oh, come on, just look at her. I think the hardest part is going to be picking which shade that I want to use. I think I'm going to use a couple. I'm going to take some Unearthly Glimmer Grasp. And I'm thinking I want to take the shade Realm. Right in the center. It's like exactly the blend that I got going on. And then I think I'm going to take shade Estranged. In the inner and outer corner, kind of blend that out. And then I really want to take shade Alloy, which is this like silver white. I'm just using the lightest hand with that. That literally matches my blend so well. I just went in with some Amazon lashes. I'm gonna mix the BPerfect Chroma cover with the Haus Labs Triclone. Slightly too dark, very pale. Dream team. I love the texture of the Haus Labs one. It's very lightweight. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. I put only a smidge bit of foundation on my forehead because I already have my primer, or my like base, my Louise base from carving out my brows, so I really don't need that much coverage up there. That color is like right on, girl, right on the money. I'm gonna take the Pink Honey contour cake and the BFF face frosting. I'm gonna take the bronzer just around the perimeter of my face, and then I'll take the contour down my nose. I wasn't going to do like the full face routine today, but I am gonna be using the Ellis X Blend Bunny, like, you know, on the cheeks. So I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and just do the full beat. I'm gonna try to cut my nose in half. It's very harsh, but there's a method to the madness, promise. So I'm just kind of gonna soften that contour a bit just with my sponge, just so it's a little bit lighter, but like look at how already how good it looks. I'm gonna do blush next because I'm going in with a very vibrant blush. The Juvia's Place one is absolutely so pigmented. It's meant for, you know, dark-skinned girlies, so she's pigmented. So I'm gonna start with just a dab of that, really buff it in, and like look at how beautiful. And then I'm gonna take the Louise cheek of it in the shade Legally Pink, which is this baby pink. I'm gonna take the H&B Soft Focus Concealer. I'm gonna put it in all these spots here. Look how snatched my nose looks already. I still need to blend under my eyes, but after, like immediately after I blend out my eyes, I'm gonna go in with the KimChi Puff Puff Pass setting powder. I like this powder a lot, but it definitely is kind of like peachy toned, so I feel like it always kind of darkens my makeup a little bit, which I mean, it looks fine in this instant, but I'm always like, you know, because I like I like to be bright. I'm going to take this Jaclyn face palette. Oh my gosh, did you guys see that Tati Beauty, or like there's something different now, it's called something different now, but pretty much Tati Beauty's coming back. If she doesn't relaunch her palette, I'm gonna riot, because I never got a chance to get those and I would love to do that. I'm just gonna mix these shades and brighten under my eye. And then I'm going to take this Jordana Ticia pink Flossie, shade Flossie. Leaving that bake there. No, ma'am. I'm just going to do with the loose powder, like mid-eye all the way back. I have a method, guys. Trust the process. I don't know where I'm going to put all of my... I usually keep all of like my dirty brushes in a little container under my desk, but then my daughter has been getting into them and chewing on them, and that's like not good, you know, for her, or apparently for my brush health either. Like, forget my brushes, my daughter's chewing on my dirty brushes. I'm gonna take the Benefit Hoola bronzer. Okay, now I'm taking the Blend Bunny X Alice. This one is the Lunar Eclipse, which is the pinks. And I'm gonna mix these two shades together, and then I'm gonna go with all three. I just tossed it. Moral of the story is I'm going in with all three. And these are so pigmented. And then I'll go ahead and tap that bake away. I'm going to go in with the Blend Bunny X Alice Celestial Cheek Glaze first of all. But I'm going to take this on a big fluffy brush. This is the Jessup Beauty brush. I'm just going to kind of run that over that blush. Now I'm going to take the Blend Bunny Noctilucent Highlighter palette. So sad this is discontinued. And I think I'm going to take the shade, let's do the shade Far Out because it has more of that like purple shift to it. I'm going to put this just on the high points of my cheeks. And then I'm thinking I'll probably take the gold on my nose, shade Enlighten. And then I'm going to take this same shade on, shade Far Out on my brow bone as well. Okay, so I just went ahead and I added a few finishing touches. I had this really pretty like purple spider little choker and then little cute little bat earrings going with like the Halloween theme. And then I went in with the Knobby Lip Pencil in the shade Grape. I feel like this was going to match the eyes really well. And then I went in with this Doso Color lipstick in the shade Flirty. This is expired. This is going in the trash after this, but I already put it on my lips. So I was like, might as well just commit. And then I topped it off with the Blend Bunny X Robert Welsh Divination. Yes, Divination Gloss in the shade Betrayal. For like that purple glittery vibe that the eyes are giving. Oh, it all just went together so beautifully. I also put this L'Oreal Paris Infallible pencil in the shade Burgundy in my waterline. I want to give kind of my thoughts and opinions here on the Blend Bunny X Alice Part 2. When I seen originally when Blend Bunny first launched their Ellis, it said Volume 1. When I seen that Volume 1, I was like, oh, they're going to do a second collab. For sure, for sure. And I'm kind of like thinking back to their first collaboration compared to this one. And genuinely, they did such a good job doing like a part 2, considering that their first collaboration was a giant rainbow palette. The fact that they did something with a lot of like neutrals, and then they just did the all shimmer palette. The shimmer, what is this one? This is the Garden of Stars eye and face palette is the official name of this. It's giving me all the Alice vibes. Like this is exactly like what I could hope for from like a part 2 collaboration. You know what I mean? All of the shimmers in here are extremely glittery. So you could either do like I did and really pack it on for like maximum payoff, or you could just take just a swipe of this for a nice light glittery wash of color. So very multi-use. I love that. I'm hoping I'll get a lot of use out of this because it is so pretty. I like I said, I tend to not reach for all shimmer palettes, but as like a little companion palette, I think it's gorgeous. I'm so happy with this purchase, and I love the packaging. Now for this one, this is the all matte palette. Was there like a... No, just the Ellis Volume 2 Face and Eye palette. I'm so glad that I decided to get the full thing because I absolutely love all of the tones in here. I feel like they're all very... I just want to lick them. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but I like how you have like the grays, and then this one's kind of more of like, you're kind of like mucky dark tones, and then you have like really, really warm, you know, burnt colors. I really dig this kind of beigey row as well. I really want to do a look with this row. And then of course you have like your purple burgundies, and then you have more of like your warm tone kind of burgundies on this side. I think they did a really good job. Like, there's definitely, it's a big palette. There's a lot of shades, and they all are different enough to be appealing, if that makes sense. It's an all matte palette, so no problems there. I'm down with an all matte palette, girl. Especially when you came out with like, you know, a companion palette for it, like all shimmers. Yeah. This collection is gorgeous. I'm very, very pleased with this one. I definitely, you know what, I do still want to get the blush palette. It's expensive. It's a big daddy. I mean, I would definitely love to get my hands on it. It's just a little bit more pricey. So maybe eventually I'll get around to getting it. But other than that, yeah, I'm very, very pleased with this look that I created. I'll definitely be doing more looks. You're definitely going to be seeing more of the Garden of Stars palette on my channel, so you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you like me and if you like my content. Without further ado, we're going to go right on ahead. Roll the clip.